Hi there, Ada's back. After I know, just don't say anything. We're still living in Mexico right now, and I thought let's do a video about death. Way nice. No, let's do a video about the concept of death as an emergency exit. I know that sounds very much like an appel to kill yourself. It is not. It is not. Like every time I try to explain it to friends, they still keep looking at me being like, maybe you should go to therapy. And I'm like, I am. But the concept of death as an emergency exit is one of the earliest mantras, things that I established in my own life that made my life a lot better. And I think I already started thinking about that stuff at 7th grade, something like that, when you're still a child, but your surroundings and then at some point yourself start pushing you towards a direction where like you have to think about your future. Oh no, what if everything goes wrong? Oh no, what am I gonna do? What if I have dreams? What if they don't come true? A lot of worries. So the concept of death as an emergency exit. First of all, I guess it's important to clarify the concept of death itself, or like how do you see death? Because we don't know shit about death. Like, we don't know shit about what is going to happen after death. There's a lot of theories. We might know. Have you heard of religion? So, whatever you might think of death, however it might affect you and your life, it stops once you're dead. Like, as soon as you die, everything that is important right now, everything that you think that you want, that everything that you're scared of is gonna be gone because you're dead. Like, you're not here anymore. Whatever is gonna happen is gonna be something completely different than life. Dying itself, for me, is nothing scary because people usually, or like myself, I think what makes you scared of death is I don't want to die before I met this person. I don't want to die before my dream came true. I don't want to die before I got this work done. I don't want to die before I have lived 80 years of a good life. All of those things. You don't want to die because you actually want to keep living. And I think that's normal. I also want to keep living. I would love to see this beautiful world for 80 more years, which would make me 103. Yeah, that's a nice age. But as soon as you die, all of those desires, I think they'll be gone. You will not be, I don't think you're gonna be dead and then you're like, oh my god, no, I'm dead, I can't keep living anymore. I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, all of this shit, all of this thing that we're seeing, it's like constructions in our brain, and our brain is a physical thing, it's in our body, so if we die, there's no brain anymore that can lead us. So I'm 100% certain it's gonna be a cut. So for me, there's no point in being scared of dying because honestly, as soon as I'm dead, nothing matters anymore. And so, to me, that's when this concept of death as an emergency exit was established in my mind, because at some point I was very, very like fucking anxious and worried about my future, whatever. And then I told myself like, and this is the point where it gets problematic, where my friends look at me and be like, Ada, the fuck? But I would tell myself like, Ada, calm down. Like, if everything is so bad, if everything's actually gonna turn out as bad as you right now fear it might be turning out, you could still just kill yourself. If it was actually that bad, then just kill yourself and you're done. And then my natural response in my head would always be, but I don't want to kill myself. Like, I love living. I don't want to kill myself. And that will calm me down because I'm like I would automatically think like, before I would kill myself, I would move heaven and earth. No. In German, I think we say I would move heaven and hell to achieve or to change my situation. So that's the concept of death as an emergency exit. It is like, before you kill yourself, there's 1,000 things, 1,000 crazy things that you can do to change your situation for the better. And that's what made me calm down, because I was always like, if ever I actually land in a situation where I messed up completely, my life sucks, then I can still kill myself. And before I would ever do that, because I love living, I'm gonna think of 100 ideas of changing my life before I'm actually gonna be like, okay, there's no way out. People often feel very, very, very caught in their own like cage, and they're like, oh my god, my situation, like I can't change anything about it. Usually that's because, well, they don't want to go out of their comfort zone, and they're too scared to actually like risk stuff. So the concept of death as an emergency exit allows you to be risky, because it's like, before killing myself, I might as well try LSD. Before killing myself, I might as well just walk into that building and talk to the CEO until he gives me a job. I might as well just do some crazy shit. We're not talking about illegal stuff here. I don't want to encourage anyone to do any harm to anyone, because no, we don't do that. But I do encourage people to go out of the comfort zone and to do stuff that you normally, like, for whatever reason, wouldn't do. And I feel like, to me, this concept of death, it's a very, very hypothetical concept, because I never had to use it actually, but it still helps me right now in this moment to always calm down, to be like, dude, chill, you're fine right now, and if in 5 years you're not fine anymore, then you're gonna do some crazy stuff to change your life situation. So yeah, maybe I'm just crazy, but I'm really happy, so I'm gonna share my craziness with you.